to the sun up. Too many bags that I got to run up every time I come up. I got talking a wide selection. She trying to take my blessings. It would have.
Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, BA, we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Reed in at the center position. Outside Irving. To the inside, Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Reed for 3. He drops it from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Mavericks on offense. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Conley. Pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Irving. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. Hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Edwards for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. To the middle. Unloads. And good. Off the lead pass that time.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Outside Reed. Lets the 3 fly. Randall pulls down the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And down it goes. 2 points. 5 points in the game.
And just a terrific look from Irving. He has the awareness to spot the wide open man.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're in the same slot, number 4.
Well, I think for Dallas, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
Irving against Conley. Fades back. Irving, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Count it.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Here's Irving. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
McDaniels, that's good.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Timberwolves lead by 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with the Mavericks head coach, and the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Thank you for that, Allie. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Irving, that's good.
A huge part of Kyrie's game. He's so good at capitalizing from outside.
Conley looking for an opening. Here's Reed. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for Dallas, Williams is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kamara comes in for Joe. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Miller's checked in for Reed. Clark comes in for McDaniels. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Hey, guys, arguably the most exciting move on draft night was the Wolves trading up to acquire Rob Dillingham with the number 8 pick. Dillingham is known as the top shot creator in this rookie class, but defense has been something to keep an eye on. So where better to go than an elite defensive team that needed just another player to take them over the top offensively. The Wolves look at Rob Dillingham as the potential point guard of the future to replace Mike Conley Jr., guys.
A big test. Shams, thank you. Here's Dillingham, currently averaging 5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Hardy. Can't hit from the elbow. Dallas has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Dallas shooting their initial free throws of the game here. Ties it up, and this next one could give him the lead. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. 34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Edwards looking for an opening. Fires from deep. Williams grabs the board.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Shoots from the right block. That one off the back iron and out. Right side, DiVincenzo. That one drops for him.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
Down into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 19.
Just 4 seconds left in the first. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. That shot is off. Naz Reid has been on display for the Timberwolves, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
So for Minnesota right now, we've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. And it's Ingles in at the power forward position. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the score by Dallas, here's Clark. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Williams, down low. The jump hook, and there's the play inside by Randall. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Washington against Clark. No good there. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Dallas leading by 3. Randall finds Williams. They get it again. Williams. Back to Randall. They double Randall. Clock at 6. Here's Kamara. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Kamare's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Joe's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Powell's checked in and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist numbers.
Joe, the pass to Randall. Washington, a screen on Ingles. Here's Randall. Over to the left wing. Here's the three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Oh, sweet move. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Kamare, that's good. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Here's Joe, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Randall. Good on the bucket. Randall's got 6.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Pass to Clark. Outside, DiVincenzo. Powell sets a screen. The shot from 20 feet out. DiVincenzo can't hit.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Kamare. Outside for Randall. Over Ingles. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. The Mavericks pull it in. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Here's Kamare. He's got 5. Outside Joe. Inside. Powell with a steal. Timberwolves trail by 11. Pass to Clark. Back to DiVincenzo. Now Edwards. Three-pointer. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Powell. Davis comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Next up, they'll take on the Rockets at Toyota Center. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's Randall. Give him 8. Irving for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. McDaniels passes to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. Davis down low. He's guarded by Irving. DiVincenzo can't hit. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Joe. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
What you admire most about Kyrie is his creativity. He sees the floor so well and sets up his teammates effortlessly.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside for Davis. AD stretching the floor.
Yeah, Davis was just waiting for the ball, and once he gets it, it's all over.
rebound by the Timberwolves. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. For 3, DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
It could go. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Dallas on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really that wax he put on his head. Oh, my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Isaiah Joe. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. McDaniels from long range. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Oh, and Reed with a block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
And they're giving up way too many second chance points.
Now here's Conley. Drives to the hoop. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Now here's Irving. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Out to the right wing. Now Reed. Outside Conley. Davis from long range. That one doesn't drop.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
Sinks it from distance. And now a 10-point Dallas lead.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And time for us to check in on the NBA assist leaders over the last 10 games. Number 1, Kyrie Irving.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Outside for Davis. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Davis has got 6.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside Conley. Outside for Davis. Wide open. And it's good. 2 points. Davis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Davis is a very capable shooter. He can hit from just about anywhere.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
For 3, Conley. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the score by Minnesota. Irving, that's good.
Yeah, when we talk about guards, Kyrie is one of the best at scoring inside.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Kamara, he's checked in for Dallas. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 11. Outside for Davis. Back to Edwards. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just 36% in the 3rd. Davis with a screen on Irving. To the paint. Outside Edwards. Looking to end this cold spell. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Pass to Kamari. Fires for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. He's got 17.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
Washington's checked in for Irving. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Anthony Edwards. There's 1:47 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Ingles passes to Clark. Now Davis, defended by Gobert. Fades. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Gobert with a screen on Ingles. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Yeah, excellent work in pick and roll. Now, Randle looking crafty at creating for himself there.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Clark. Outside Davis. Over Gobert. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Dallas has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the 3rd quarter. And they pick up 2. 19 points in the game.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Washington outside. Randle outside. Fires the 3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
The 3, Randle. Here's Gobert. The 3. And Randle the bucket on the assist by Gobert. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 11-point game. Davis attacking. And Davis slams it home.
And I'll tell you what, with his polished guard-like skills, Davis does damage on those dribble drives.
Gobert with a screen on Conley. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And so it's Dallas. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be back in a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Dillingham out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Miller. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Clark in at the 4. And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. Timberwolves trail by 11. DiVincenzo with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards so good inside.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
And there's the oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Pass to DiVincenzo. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Dillingham, no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
It's tipped. Here's Washington. Again, the Mavericks, good for 2 more.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Here's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Yeah, tough to make those jumpers when you are guarded that closely.
Pass to Williams. Stolen by Miller. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Fires high post. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Here's Clark. Not going to go that time. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Dallas leading by 13. Pass to Joe. From deep. And Washington good for 3. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Clark, the pass to Edwards. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So for Dallas, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Williams. Randall comes in for Washington. And Irving is subbed in for Kamara. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Big rebound on a night where they haven't exactly controlled the glass.
And he gets it to go. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
On the wing, Irving. All alone. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
And the handles Kyrie has are out of this world. He uses them so well in screen and roll action.
They grab their own miss. Reed for 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Davis down low. Randall's there. Davis misses.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Pass to Randall. Irving with it. Here he goes. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Mavericks.
You know, we talk about this often. Second chance points can be the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, they hit the offensive glass with a purpose and made the most of those extra touches.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Edwards pulls it in. Outside Conley. Up top Edwards. From the elbow. Nice jump shot.
Anthony Edwards.
43 seconds left to play in the fourth. Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. Outside Irving. Randall outside. From downtown. McDaniels with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. Trailing by 13. High post Reed. Basket's good.
A developing part of McDaniels' game that could elevate him to the next level.
On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Conley. And that one's good. Irving. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game.